Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for Balanced Life, Happy Life. This is an opportunity to discover a company that has some really unique gifts to offer the world. Nikken is a global wellness company that shares a philosophy of humans being more and empowered living, a product line that helps people to connect with nature in really innovative ways, a global wellness community of like-minded people who share those products, who share that philosophy, and an income opportunity, a business, an entrepreneurial opportunity that is really unmatched in the direct selling, the network marketing space. And we have two individuals with us tonight who are both very accomplished in their fields. One, Mary Bowser, who is a university professor. She is someone who is gifted in education and helping people understand concepts. And we also have with us Barb Satterwhite, who has been a health professional for many years and continues to share about concepts, ideas that help people improve their life through a company known as Nikken. Barb and Mary are both platinum wellness consultants with Nikken and have a lot of experience in connecting people to these ideas. So I'm going to turn the program over to Dr. Bowser and over to Barb Satterwhite to help us understand why it is that people get so excited about this company that has been around now for 50 years. So, Mary Barb, I'll turn it over to you.
Thanks, Jeff. And Barb, I think you're muted.
You're right. Thanks, Jeff. Mary and I are excited about sharing tonight with you our experiences and our perspective on Nikken. And it's all about empowered living in a better way. So, what does that mean? Empowered living means enjoying life. And don't you think this lady's enjoying life? She's happy doing what she likes to do. And Nikken creates a space where hope, happiness, and joy thrive. So we embrace the philosophy of humans being more and feeling good every day. Now, everybody encounters stress. We all can identify with the bullet points on this particular slide. Whether it's finances, health, family, work, we have a lot of stress in our life. So, is your life in balance? I bet nobody on this call has their life in balance. It's just a constant challenge for all of us to stay and keep in balance. When we talk about balance, we talk about the five areas that are so vital for good balance, and that's your mind, your family, society, finances, and your body. So all of these things, and we look at these as five top priorities. And as you're going through this presentation, pick out one or two of these where you're perhaps not as in balance as you would like to be as we go through. And when we talk about feeling good every day, there's five principles behind this and would be strengthen your mindset, boost your vitality, strengthen your relationships, make a contribution and serve others, and diversify your income source.
So, when we're talking about all of those things, and Barb just asked, how much are you in balance? When you find that area where you're not, that's when we know we need to do something. Well, the compound effect is all about making small choices consistently over time. Many people think that for a radical change to occur in your life, it takes a radical event, but it's just the opposite. It's the accumulation of small changes made consistently over time, and that's what produces radical change. That's the compound effect. And Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. So if you want a change in income, relationships, happiness, success, you could begin making small changes consistently. So let's see, what are those changes? Well, here's a sobering comparison between two countries, USA and Japan. Look at the differences. Japan is number one in health in the world, but USA is number 68 and Canada is number 34. USA spends 3 times the money on healthcare per capita, but is the sickest with lower life expectancy and higher rates of obesity and poor health conditions. The difference is the focus on sick care versus health care. So, what are the health risks that we do face every day? What are the choices we make in the face of these stressors? Well, stress itself impacts all of our body. Poor sleep, one night's poor sleep drops our immune system significantly. Air quality, all sorts of things are in the air in micro little bits, and we're breathing that in. How does that affect our lives? Water quality and how we get our water, those are two things that are very, very important to the stress that our body has taking care of the water that comes in and goes out. And what about malnutrition? Obesity rates are the highest they've ever been. And then, thanks to all the wonderful internet that we have, the Wi-Fi, we've got electrosmog all over. We can't get away from it. And that has its own set of stress symptoms. So what's the answer? Well, we can be healthy by choice, not by chance. We can choose to have empowered living. We can choose to live in an empowered way. And that's making daily choices towards a more successful lifestyle. Barb?
Well, what's exciting about Nikken is we're celebrating 50 years this year. It started in Japan in 1975. And didn't Mary just talk to you about some very good statistics from Japan? Maybe they know something that we don't. Anyway, it's all about empowered. So what is empowered living? Let's just hear a bit about that.
Have you ever felt like you just didn't feel well some days? Like everything's overwhelming? We often live on autopilot, unaware that with simple, small daily actions we can achieve significant change. Because feeling good every day is possible. When you actively take control of your choices and actions and solve your daily challenges, you become empowered. Nikken is the platform that promotes personal growth, prosperity, and positive impact on people. By doing so, you increase your vitality and connection with the world around you. Enter the positive cycle. Empowering your life gives you the tools and philosophy to make the choice that makes you feel good. And the better you feel, the more inspired you are to continue growing. Achieving this isn't magic. They're small, simple, powerful, and transformative daily actions based on the balance of the 5 essential principles: strengthen your mindset, boost your vitality, strengthen your relationships, contribute to society, diversify your finances. Because when you empower your life, you don't just transform yourself, you transform your world. Empower your life and feel good every day.
So, how do you boost your vitality? Let's see how to do that.
Do you feel low on energy? Do you have trouble getting up in the morning, concentrating, or just enjoying life? A sedentary lifestyle, poor diet, constant stress, and excessive use of devices have disconnected us from our natural vitality. What if you could change that? What if you could awaken your natural energy and live with a vitality that allows you to enjoy every moment to the fullest? Vitality doesn't require extraordinary feats. It's built through the small choices you make every day. Boost your vitality and empower your life with Nikken. At Nikken, we draw inspiration from nature to reconnect you with your vital energy. Boosting your vitality starts with smart hydration. It's not just about drinking water. It's about giving your body quality water. Continue with mindful nutrition by choosing foods that give you real energy, complemented with nutrients that strengthen you properly. Enjoy the sunlight and activate the body by performing natural movements throughout the day, such as walking and dancing. And with restful sleep, which is essential to repair our body and mind and ensure renewed energy for the next day, these actions build an empowered life. Because when you boost your vitality, you don't just transform your energy, you transform your world. Empower your life and feel good every day.
Didn't that sound wonderful? To boost our vitality. I love it. So we talk about biomimicry, the whole concept of biomimicry. And it's really the technological oriented approach focused on putting nature's lessons into practice. And as the video just shared, that's what Nikken does. They've created a way to replicate nature, and that's what our products do. So what we do is we create that greenhouse effect. So when you create your wellness home with all the technologies and or products, you've really, you know how a greenhouse for plants makes the plant thrive. They absolutely thrive because of the environment. Well, that's what we're doing with our products in our wellness home, is creating that environment so our bodies do well. And that's our pathway to empowered living. And I love how Nikken has categorized their product line. There are 5 vital elements for health, basically: air, water, sleep, nutrition, and natural energies. All of these are very, very vital. We know our products are unparalleled, but what really, really makes a difference is when you hear from somebody. So I've asked Marcia Isman if she would just share a quick story about some of the products that she has used. So Marcia, share your story, please.
Okay. Well, we just had this wonderful convention recently, and a couple of days before the convention, I was to leave from the convention, I tripped and I hit my hand against a door, and it got really swollen and purple and hurt quite a bit. So I took some of our tape, the duct tape, and a magnet. Actually, I put a few of the little bitty super minis around. Um, and I wasn't going to not go to the convention. It felt much better when I did that. The purple went down, the swelling went down. I went to the convention, had a wonderful time with Barb and a whole bunch of other wonderful ladies. Put luggage on and off the plane. I came back home and my hand felt pretty good, but my daughter kept encouraging me, you really should see a doctor for that, because so I did. And I did yoga and I went to the doctor. She said, it seemed like something was more than just like a sprain. So I had an x-ray. I have a slight fracture
Mm.
of the fifth metatarsal, if that's the right word. But he said to me, I said, do you have to shift anything? He said, because I told him everything I was doing. He said, if you've been doing all that stuff and nothing has shifted, it's really doing very well. And he just gave me something to wear out and about during the day. But the fact is, it's been what, 3 weeks now? And look, I mean, with a broken bone, and this is really, it doesn't hurt. I mean, it really never hurt after the first couple of days. So I imagine it is speeding it on its way through whatever process it has to do to get better. But I was so grateful that I had that at my disposal and just put it on my hand immediately to soothe it and to start it getting where it needed to be.
Wow. That's awesome, Marcia. I know that this is just one example of how you've managed to take those small choices that you've made. Duct tape is not a big item, and neither are the little minis, but you've put all the little things together and look at the difference that it's made for you. And I know you're grateful to have the first aid kit that you have with Nikken in your home. So I think that self-care is an important thing with all the things that you're doing. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Let's go back to the show. And So, one of the things that we need to think about, along with self care and nature's energies, is that product line. And Nikken has technologies that are in high demand. It's the people that are seeking alternative solutions. And so we love these people because they make just such a wonderful addition to all of the group that's gathered here. So if they come on as customers, what's the next step for these people? Well, it's very simple. They just need to talk to other consultants, talk to you, talk to consultants, and talk to the person who invited them to view this particular presentation. Go online to your personal webpage and start shopping. Nikken's many categories are easy to check out and see what can work in your life. Just as Marcia found, it was just duct tape, the power chip, and a few other things. And that made the difference for her total wellness and got her a great tourist experience in Nashville. You can also take advantage of the packs to get the best deals and invest in your future. Start with water, definitely, and then add energy, or start with the water, add energy, and sleep. Good, better, and best. It's the way to go. So, how do you get started? Well, as a customer, it's easy to make those shopping choices and begin your Nikken journey with empowered living. Check with the person who invited you to see their webpage. Number one on your to-do list. It's easy to upgrade to a consultant to start your business once you're really familiar with the technologies and know what you like. Then you can grow your business, and even beyond that, you can really join the Nikken vision and grow the wellness community. So how do you diversify your sources of income? You saw that on the Empowered Living Wheel. How do you diversify those sources and build that Nikken wellness business for the community? Well, we already noted that finances are the number one stressors across the continent. Why? Because 95% of us only learn to trade time for money, either as an employee or a small business owner. Either way, you only get paid if you're at work. Look at the right-hand side of this chart. These folks are adding value by owning a system or having investments. That is called leverage. J.P. Getty said he'd much rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of his own. The secret is to earn money on assets that are independent of your own time. So, to move from the left side to the right side of this quadrant, you need multiple sources of income, MSIs, and leverage other people's time and business systems. That's what Nikken offers us. We can go from trading our time for money to creating an income independent of our time. That's what makes Nikken an exciting opportunity to bring balance to your finances. We can earn income in three fundamental ways. The retail model can earn you up to 30% profit. That's one way that we have in Nikken to earn money. A second way is the small business model. With that, you can earn up to 40% when you enroll others on your team, and that's earning 40% on the activities of others. Leverage. And there's no cost to add more people. That's scalability. The third model, the network marketing model, is the really powerful one. That's for the person who wants to grow and build a team for a legacy organization, because the 6% flows from 6 generations down. And then you really can grow and serve the active wellness community to earn a recurring income. This network marketing concept is awesome as a global impact. You see yourself in the little green circle and your initial customers and your initial team. Well, what happens as you start building that influence and income and impact? Well, It starts when you talk to somebody and somebody sees the potential and they start a business and they start a business, so on and so on. And pretty soon, as the choice that you made one time has a ripple effect, and you all of a sudden you're interacting with people in countries possibly where you've never traveled. That can be the global impact. So consider, we can count the seeds in the apple that we eat, but if we plant one of those seeds, we never know how many apples will grow from that one seed. So it's easy to share. Just like Amazon, Nikken has a platform online. And like Uber, we're independent contractors. With Nikken, we can be both online and with our social media and tools and AI, as well as in-person contacts and events and all of the fun things. It's easy to communicate and share and grow. We've got so many ways and opportunities to build this business. We just have to contact people and plant the seed.
And I love this because with all those technologies and leveraging items, we can do our business anywhere. And many of you that know me, I have a cottage and I love going down there. And there isn't any time I go down there that I can't perhaps be doing some Nikken business, only because, everything we have, everybody really can use. Do they all want it? Not necessarily, but when you have the opportunity to share and help people and then share with them the whole concept of how they can also earn an income. It's pretty cool. And I don't know if many of you don't know, but I'm from Canada. And when I left home, I went home to see my dad frequently. And every time I went home, I could talk to people about Nikken. But not only that, I had the freedom to go home. I couldn't have done that as full-time nursing when I was nursing. So I love the freedom and I love the fact we can do our business anywhere. And how do we actually share active wellness to prosper? Well, it's pretty simple. You basically join Nikken and you start with the commitment to enjoy Nikken and help yourself and your family. And you'll get, perhaps some extra cash and bonuses if you share with other people. And when you share and promote, you're really just the wonderful products and the opportunity are there for people that are interested. And you invite people. You invite people to enjoy the part of Nikken that suits them. It could be the products, it could be the business, or it could be both. And the really fun thing about this is Nikken does all the tough stuff. Think about it. They do all the research and development for now 50 years and come out with phenomenal products and technologies. They do the warehousing, they do the shipping, they do the regulatory information, and it is just incredible. All we have to do is share. Pretty awesome. And then we get the rewards, whether it's commissions, special offers, incentives, trips, whatever. It's really a pretty simple business. And we call it collaborative entrepreneurship. It's really the perfect gig because it's low cost of entry. You have leadership development. It's easy to integrate into your life. Like I mentioned, anywhere I go, whether I'm volunteering, I'm at church, whether I'm on vacation, there's always an opportunity of some sort. So it's a turnkey entrepreneurship. It has the rewards, and you have this wonderful community of people that are so supportive. Speaking of that, this is how we grow that global community is with all our friends and family in Nikken. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. There's an amazing amount of support as you move along in the company. And it's easy as ABC, and we can explain that at another time. So it's really, like I said, the perfect gig. So now what I'd like to do is ask our friend Suzanne Steele just to share a brief story about the business and her perspective on it. So Suzanne, please share.
Well, thank you, Barb and Mary. That was a great overview. For me, I was not looking for a business. I was having issues with my health. As some of you know, I had a pretty severe car accident where I broke my neck and hurt for 3 years looking for solutions. And like Barb, I was a skier, and my ski school director had a chronic back issue that got results with one of these unique products. And he said magically, "Are you open to looking at this?" And I'm very grateful that I was, because not only did I get my health back, noticed something that first night, and within a week I was feeling moving better. Um, but fast forward, I naturally started sharing it, like you were talking about. I shared it with people. People noticed that I was doing better and asked me what I was doing. So I was able to go part-time with my corporate job in a matter of months. And I was very grateful that I took a hold of this as a business, because my corporate job, I did a good job of training people, and they decided to outsource my job. So I had a source of income, multiple sources of income, that allowed me to continue to have income when I lost that corporate job after 29 years, and been able to make friends globally, make impacts not only for family members, new friends, people all over. Just like Barb said, you can go anywhere, and if you want, you can impact someone's life, not only for a moment, but for the rest of their lives. So I'm very grateful for Mr. Masuda's vision and his caring spirit to not only impact his family, but to impact the world.
Thanks, Suzanne. I know that for you and for many of us, it was a product beginning, and then it became something a lot more. So I appreciate that your story shows that you don't have to stay locked in a certain way. If you come into the company through the products, that's great. If you come in through the business, that's great, and then enjoy the products. Either way, you're making an impact both on yourself and your family. So thank you again for sharing. We'll go back. If you heard Jeff at the beginning and you heard Barb earlier, Nikken has been in business for 50 years and in North America for 35, 36 years almost. And so you think, wow, what has happened in that time? Well, since 1989, when Nikken came to North America, 2 million people have been impacted, and they've been balancing their lives, much like what Susan has shared, much like what Marcia has shared, balancing their lives with Nikken technologies and in their wellness homes. That created over $4 billion in sales, but that's only 1.25% market penetration. By the way, half of that 4 billion went to Nikken consultants. Our vision, though, looking forward, is every home a wellness home. Now, so far, boomers represent 87% of those Nikken consultants that were a part of those first 35, 36 years. So, who's next? Gen X. Come on, step up. You've got a great future ahead of you. Millennials, you'll move fast with all of our new technologies. So what happens when those of you that can go forward? What's next for us? What would happen with 5% market penetration? What about 15% market penetration? How many $billion will that be? How much will be for you? That's the good question, right? The opportunity of a lifetime is only as good as the lifetime of the opportunity. So we have a legacy here in North America, and Nikken's planning very exciting things for the next 50 years. Will you be a part of it?
So what's best for you? There's several ways you can enter the Nikken world. You can go in as a customer, and I love my customers. It is so gratifying to have customers and help people. And so as a wellness seeker, you can be a customer, or you can upgrade and become a wellness enthusiast and be a consultant. And therefore you get discounts and you can earn some income. And if you want to continue to build and be a community builder or a wellness entrepreneur, then you help us with that mission of a global community. And we have lots of infrastructure set up. So on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock, it's what we call brand night, where we delve into a product or a product line at 8 o'clock. And so on this same Zoom link. And then on Thursday nights, we have a business launch that's by invitation only if someone's interested in the business. But we also have a product wellness showcase basically on Thursdays as well. So this just circling around about our empowered living, and we want to enhance your mindset, boost your vitality, strengthen your relationships, make it a contribution and serve others, and diversify your income. It's all the principles of wellness. So it's all about being happy and being empowered and being in balance. So, I talk about the happiness advantage, the book by Sean Akers, where one of the things that really struck me, he said, most people think when you're successful, you'll be happy. It's the other way around. When you're happy, you'll be successful. So enjoy whatever it is you do, whether it's Nikken. We'd love for you to join our global community and help us share. So we appreciate that you could join us today. And it's all about feeling good every day and embracing our empowered living strategies. So thanks for joining us tonight. We're excited that you could. And Jeff had to leave us, so we're just going to say again, Mary, do you have anything you want to say?
Just to welcome people who are new to this experience. And again, remember, contact the person who invited you to this Balanced Life Happy presentation to get your questions answered and pursue things a little further. As Barb says, we have other things planned during the week, but this Balanced Life Happy Life happens every Tuesday evening at the same time, same channel. So there's something for you with Nikken. We just invite you to explore what that is. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you. Good
ladies.
night.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, ladies.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.